isolation and loneliness. I totally forgot about these probably because they're not super fun emotions to think about or feel. And especially when one's quitting and kind of reevaluating their life, there's going to be a period of alone time. Some people call it the hermit phase. Some people call it the dark night of the soul. Some people call it, monk mode. That's kind of like a hot topic term right now. And essentially what that is just spending time alone, right? Spending time without other people, kind of really reflecting on one's life. And that's what I did when I got clean. I had to go through a long period of monk mode. Right? When I was using, I was always hanging around people. Obviously there were some times of isolation, but usually I had smoking buddies I could hit up with and blaze bud with. And so I kind of always had people around me. So when I did quit and I was like, okay, I got to change my friend group first off, because one, our vibe attracts tribe, and two, we become like the people we surround ourselves with. So I'm like, I need to get around people that, or at least not be around people that smoke weed all the time. And so I did that and I'm like, wow, I have no friends because all my friends were just people who smoked weed. And so that made me really have to sit with myself for a long period of time and reflect, kind of look at my life and be like, wow, was this really what I wanted my life to look like? Of course, the answer is no. So what came from that was a lot of isolation and loneliness. And so you might be experiencing that as well for a period of time, especially as the weed, the substance is getting out of the system. One. Two, you're starting to work on some of those other emotions we talked about earlier in the video: depression, anxiety, embarrassment, shame, guilt, etc. And so one, you might not just want to be around people because you're dealing with all this stuff, all this past memories coming up, and it's like, wow, I don't really feel energized to go hang out with people. And there might be some times where you feel extra isolated, wow, this is, is this my life now? Is this my life just being alone and on my own for the rest of my life? And again, I say that, and obviously you hear that and you're like, okay, probably not, man, but it can feel like that. The emotional experience can seem like that at times. And so some solutions for this, because we are focused on solutions here, this is a solution-oriented channel. We are going to start looking at, kind of like with the last one here, some external resources and how to get some external support through support groups. Maybe there's some online forums, etc. Other YouTube channels. Like, you coming to this is that right there, right? Maybe this video can help you feel not so alone, because it's like, okay, this dude dealt with this, exactly what I'm feeling here. He got through it, so there's hope. One. Two, he didn't die, which is huge. He made it through. So that means I can get through it too. And so yeah, having these external resources, people that are also on the path, especially people that may be a little bit older than you, if you're on the younger side, I found that really important. And now, whenever I seek out mentorship, it's gonna be somebody that has gone through it and is usually a lot older than I am, because those are the people I trust the most, because it's like, wow, they have 20 more years of life than me. Guarantee you they have some more nuggets than I've learned. And so yeah, finding that external support, eventually you'll find friends, etc. And over time, if you stick with this long enough, you'll find that you start to build a network very slowly. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna be, a one and done thing. And people will fall in and out of your life, but over time, that loneliness and isolation will start to go away, especially because you're gonna learn how to be more comfortable with yourself through practices like meditation and just learning who you are. And now that you don't have all these like chemical spikes of marijuana hits, you're gonna be a lot more in tune with your true self and get to know yourself a little bit. So what I find is that I'm my best friend now. Like, I'm the guy that I go to when I need the most support, because I know myself the best. Obviously, I've spent so much time with myself in this loneliness, in this isolation, that I kind of know my tics, my habits, certain things, when certain emotional states that I'll go through, and then I can kind of mitigate through that, because again, I've spent that time with myself. So guys, reach out, comment down below if you've experienced any of these, or if you are going through these. Would love to know, would love to have a chat with you about it. And keep it rolling, keep it up. Well, keep it rolling without the weed, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.